he was covering Dr. Umar. He was debating people in. All right, so it does look like popular YouTuber Brandon Buckingham and drunken hip hop commentator DJ Akademiks have entered into a very interesting little beef, and it's getting to a point. It reached a point where Brandon has actually announced that he will be making a diss track aimed at Akademiks, and I'm very excited about that. But I do want to cover this dispute so that people at home can understand exactly what's been going on. Because during this investigation, I found some very troubling and stupid stuff that I want to show you guys. And so I just want to explain. So DJ Academics was on his drunken stream the other day, and he was talking about Philly rapper YBC Duel, who passed away from violence. And this tragedy happened very shortly after his vlog with Brandon Buckingham was released on YouTube. And so Academics was covering YBC Duel's passing, and he brought up Brandon Buckingham and started speaking reckless. And this is where it all started. This is what kicked off the beef. And I just want to show you the first clip.
And I don't know this Brandon Buckingham guy. He might be like the Andrew Callahan guy who's not really into hip hop. He's just kind of, oh, I'm just gonna be the white boy voyeuristic type of look. So he's not like Traplo Ross. Traplo Ross, you could tell, like he's at least caring about the culture somewhat.
All right, so unprovoked, DJ Academics just starts going off on Brandon Buckingham and starts calling him white boy. He doesn't care about the culture. He's just using the culture to get money. And what I think he's trying to do, he's trying to use this as an opportunity. He's trying to use YBC Duel's death as an opportunity to get people to turn on Brandon Buckingham and sort of, in my opinion, blame Brandon's vlog for making YBC Duel's ops mad, and that's why he died. So this is a really slimy maneuver, I think. And so this clip would be shown to Brandon Buckingham, and Brandon Buckingham says this in response.
Second and says that I'm not for the culture, I'm not a fan of rap music, and says I'm voyeuristic. What has DJ Academics ever done? He's always sitting behind his computer screen. He's really a fat bitch. He's a fat, drunk bitch sitting behind his computer screen, watching my video, reacting to my video, saying that I'm voyeuristic, right? He's being voyeuristic about me. He's never even done anything.
Wow. So Brandon Buckingham calls him a fat bitch. What? He called him DJ Snackademics. He says he's a fat, drunk bitch, and he just flamed him. And then he made a post basically saying the same thing, and DJ Academics would react to this. This is a little bit of a back and forth.
It really a fat drunk pussy for running right to his little stream after Dill died to say I'm not for the culture. I'm not into hip hop and I'm voyeuristic. When his woman beating bald ass, I'm not bald. What the fuck? I got mad here. I got more hair than you.
Oh, the hair is what struck a chord in that. So Brandon's saying that he is a woman beating bald headed fat pussy. And he doesn't stop for any of that. But when his hair is brought up, he goes, "What? I got more hair than you. Yeah, I put my hands on a woman, but I ain't bald. I got more hair than you. What are you talking about?"
Sits on a computer all day and afraid to go in any hood anywhere. Stay inside and keep talking shit from the comfort of your home. We're both civilians and I have 10 times the heart as your bitch ass. Brandon Buckingham, let me address you real clear. I'm going to tell you why you're voyeuristic about all this. You didn't go into Philly with a camera, no jump cuts, and just walk around. You made it the most entertaining coonery that we could possibly see. Rest in peace to Zach TV. What I see Zach TV did, and God rest his soul, I would never say that about Zach TV. Zach TV was really living it. I'm not saying I lived it with these niggas. Zach TV was really living it. He wasn't just like, well, I'm passing through. Zach TV was really out there.
I mean, Brandon Buckingham was really out there too. His logic is so stupid. He's like, you could tell Traplo Ross really cares about the culture. All right, so it does look like popular YouTuber Brandon Buckingham and drunken hip hop commentator DJ Akademiks have entered into a very interesting little beef, and it's getting to a point. It reached a point where Brandon has actually announced that he will be making a diss track aimed at Akademiks, and I'm very excited about that. But I do want to cover. And then Brandon Buckingham says this in response.
Second, and says that I'm not for the culture, I'm not a fan of rap music, and says I'm voyeuristic. What has DJ Akademiks ever done? He's always sitting behind his computer screen. He's really a fat bitch. He's a fat, drunk bitch sitting behind his computer screen watching my video. He's really a fat bitch. He's a fat, drunk bitch. Ever done. He's always sitting behind his computer screen, rap music, and says I'm voyeuristic. What has DJ Akademiks ever done? He's always sitting behind his computer screen. He's really a fat bitch. He's a fat, drunk bitch. Ever done. He's always sitting behind his computer screen. He's really a fat bitch. He's a fat, drunk bitch sitting behind his computer screen, watching my video, reacting to my video, saying that I'm voyeuristic, right? He's being voyeuristic about me. He's never even done anything.
Wow. So Brandon Buckingham calls him a fat bitch. What? He called him DJ Snackademics. He says he's a fat drunk bitch, and he just flamed him. And then he made a post basically saying the same thing, and DJ Akademiks would react to this. This is a little bit of a back and forth.
It really a fat drunk pussy for running right to his little stream after Dill died to say I'm not for the culture. I'm not into hip hop and I'm voyeuristic. When his woman beating bald ass, I'm not bald. What the fuck? I got mad here. I got more hair than you.
Oh, the hair is what struck a chord in that. So Brandon's saying that he is a woman beating bald headed fat pussy. And he doesn't stop for any of that. But when his hair is brought up, he goes, "What? I got more hair than you. Yeah, I put my hands on a woman, but I ain't bald. I got more hair than you. What are you talking about?"
Sits on a computer all day and afraid to go in any hood anywhere. Stay inside and keep talking shit from the comfort of your home. We're both civilians and I have 10 times as hard as your bitch ass. Brandon Buckingham, let me address you real clear. I'm going to tell you why you're voyeuristic about all this. You didn't go into Philly with a camera, no jump cuts, and just walk around. You made it the most entertaining coonery that we could possibly see. Rest in peace to Zach TV. What I see Zach TV did, and God rest his soul, I would never say that about Zach TV. Zach TV was really living it. I'm not saying I lived it with these niggas. Zach TV was really living it. He wasn't just like, well, I'm passing through. Zach TV was really out there.
I mean, Brandon Buckingham was really out there too. His logic is so stupid. He's like, you could tell Trap Lord Ross really cares about the culture. Why? Because you say so. There's a ton of people out there who say that Trap Lord Ross is doing the same thing that you're accusing Brandon of doing, which is just making content. I mean, the logic here is so stupid. And the bottom line is that DJ Akademiks is accusing Brandon of something he hasn't even done yet, which is leaving the culture behind when he is done covering. I mean, you got to understand, DJ Akademiks is extremely dumb. And so is his protege, Poetic Jala. And that's who we're going to see in this next clip, pretty much echoing Akademiks' rhetoric.
He wouldn't care if like Trapler Ross did it, right? We would not care. You know why? Because those people lifelong work is hip hop. They are here to stay. They're not going nowhere, right?
Okay, so Jala has only been covering hip hop for the last like year and a half to 2 years when he's been working at No Jumper. Before he came to No Jumper, he was covering Dr. Umar. He was debating people in the Dr. Umar sector, and that's was his whole thing.
Watch Lennon and condone Lennon. How can we now say that binary should like get canceled because he's what, like 75%
because
black?
it's a hypocritical situation.
Until he invaded and culture vulturized the hip hop space, following in the footsteps and mimicking and copying DJ Akademiks himself. And what the fuck is he wearing on his feet? Look at that. I thought these were Ace bandages. I thought he had compression socks on, but those are just actual normal socks. I don't know if he was told that he needed to put socks on because he has a long history of not wearing socks. I don't think he put those on. I think someone else put those socks on for him. I don't think that he's physically capable of reaching his feet. That's troubling. And this is a hip hop authority guy. This guy's telling people this guy says who can cover hip hop and who can't. And it's so funny because Jala doesn't give a fuck about hip hop. He's selling people a stream farming software.
Your boy Poetic Flockerman, and here's some free game. So there's this software where you can literally enter in your media links, whether it's Spotify, Apple Music, etc., And you will literally be able to tell the software to play your songs millions of times for however long you want it to play it. And the software is going to do that for you. If you're interested, man, tap in.
He's teaching people how to fake the numbers. He doesn't want to enrich the culture. He wants to fake it. He's selling this, and he wants to do this for a living. He doesn't want to make content anymore. He does not want to cover hip hop. He wants to be done. This is going to be a clip of him explaining this exact thing to Rockstar.
Right? Like, bro, listen, man. Like, my goal is, bro, it's to find a way where in like a year or so, man, I don't have to make no content, my nigga. So I'm done.
What you gonna be doing?
Bro, it's making money, feel me? And fucking my bitch, you know?
Wow. So Jala has made thousands of YouTube videos. Okay, so that was actually pulled from the Patreon. I got a whole episode up on Jala. But I think it's interesting because this is what he's saying that Brandon's going to do. He's going to leave the culture. He's going to do something else. And his lifelong passion is not covering hip hop. So I wonder what's going on. Jala has literally admitted that this is his plan. So I would like DJ Akademiks to denounce Jala, right? I mean, isn't that what we, I mean, can we make it make sense? At the very least, I need it to make sense. And DJ Akademiks says that Brandon Buckingham just now started taking an interest in hip hop and street culture, when that is absolutely idiotically false. Brandon Buckingham's been doing this style of content for years. He's always had an interest in this. He's always been covering it. So Akademiks is actually stupid. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He says that Brandon's voyeuristic. I gotta go over this word, voyeurism. This is really stupid. Everything's what people call National Geographic voyeuristic, and then they give them awards and stuff. It's just so stupid. It's the dumbest argument I've ever heard in many days.
There's a voyeuristic, not to like use the word that Akademiks has been using so much lately, but like, well, referring to Brandon and Tommy. And,
yeah. Sometimes I just see like Ak learn a new word. Like I'll just hear him say, like I've watched so much of his shit that I just like can tell when it's like, oh, you never said that word before.
But
that's a new one for you. Okay.
There is so the 16 is absolutely right about DJ Akademiks overusing words that he just learned. He's like a child. He's like a child. He learns a new word and then he just starts overusing it and putting it in sentences that it's not necessarily the best choice of words. It's a sign of a very narrow and limited vocabulary, which is interesting because I thought he was DJ Akademiks. I thought he was smart. I thought he was Mr. Academia. His vocabulary stinks. And so Poetic Minyango Jala has taken upon himself to make a video defending Akademiks against Buckingham. And there's a part in the video where he starts explaining voyeuristic because he needs people to know why Akademiks uses this word so much. And I just got to play this for you.
Obviously, everybody knows what the crime voyeurism is, right? Which is some creep watching a hot chick get undressed through a peephole when privacy is expected. But when DJ Akademiks refers to Brandon Buckingham's actions as voyeuristic, what he's referring to is like the colloquial term or definition, where essentially, man, like someone who enjoys watching people in the privacy of their own environment endure pain or distress. It's not hard to make the comparison of
they're all in public and they know they're being filmed and no one is in any pain or distress. But I do want to point out that voyeuristic is a word that is supposed to be like sexual excitement from like seeing others and watching others, like watching people that don't know they're being watched. And you get like excited sexually. And that's what the term came from. But now it's evolved due to people like Akademiks and Jala. It's evolved into this arbitrary term that you could describe anything. It's just excitement from watching others. It's just not even a thing. But I do want to point out that I believe Akademiks is guilty of the actual definition of voyeurism. Check this out. This is going to be DJ Akademiks talking about his rapist case that he is some civil, I don't even know, it's all alleged. I don't know what's going on, but he's talking about watching something going on. Just watch this.
I go on my camera. I go to my DVR. I'm looking what's going on. Gang, this is facts, and I'm not trying to make her look crazy, and I'm not trying to put her in no type of weird position. This is reality. Brother, when I look at my camera in the morning, gang, the shorty was getting like, I don't even like, she was getting trained by my two mans, like on my pool deck the night before when I'm sleeping. I'm dead ass. This is what happened.
What? That's insane. So I do want to point out that I believe I heard a rumor. This is all alleged. I have no idea if this is true, but I believe so. I think the girl in question that's suing Academics said that he set this whole thing up and he planned for his friends to take advantage of her. And this is all alleged. I don't know what even if this is true. But if that's true and he went and watched it on the camera, then that's voyeurism. Voyeurism, voyeurism, voyeurism. He's a voyeurist. Okay, he's a voyeur. He was watching something take place that was supposed to be in private, and he was, you could argue that he was excited. Or maybe he wasn't. I don't know. I'm just making observations. This is not a statement of fact. I have no idea if any of this is true. I'm just saying this actually falls more under the definition of voyeurism than he applies to people like Callahan and Buckingham. So let's take a look at this next clip where DJ Academics is watching No Jumper talk about him and Brandon's beef. And so he calls Jala to sort of give his take. I don't know what's going on. He's probably drunk as fuck. It's like 11 o'clock in the morning.
They're not going nowhere, right?
I agree.
Wait, I call it.
I agree with that.
Yo, Act.
Flacco.
Yo, wait, Paul. Yo, Act, listen, bro. We live, okay?
Oh, you live?
Yeah, listen, man. Hey, yo, Act, listen, bro. We was just talking about, your Brandon Buckingham, like beef. But listen, bro. But here, man, bro. Brandon Buckingham.
Well, I'm tapped in. I'm watching you.
You think?
Oh shit, where's he? All right, cool.
Okay, I don't even need to say anything. You guys all already know why that was cringe as fuck.
I'm like, in the last few months, he's been with gang culture and hip hop culture. Act like you could go anywhere, Flacco or me. We could go anywhere for a day on some voyeuristic shit. You see, it's a difference in anybody who uses the he's outside shit. It's two different outsides. You have Gillian Wallow outside with rappers. They're from that shit too. They're in these communities. And you have somebody who goes for a joyride. That's basically a National Geographic. We're sitting in the safari. We're in the cage, the cage, like, truck driving along.
DJ Academics is unable to form a sentence. He doesn't know enough words, it would seem. I mean, the guy just can't articulate himself very well, which is pretty odd considering his line of work. And he doesn't think things through. I can apply anything that he throws at anyone to himself. Let's look at a clip of Poetic Jala talking about Brandon Buckingham being in a rap song with YBC Duel, the guy that passed away in Philly. And they're saying that Brandon is stirring up beef in the streets. Look at this.
Brandon Buckingham has a feature on a song dissing a teen who died leaving a McDonald's, and he's participating by dressing up as Ronald McDonald. So
That's insane,
right?
Okay, so the clown makeup was composited digitally through probably AI, and it's like a layover effect that was edited in post-production. Brandon Buckingham did not dress up like Ronald McDonald. Now, if Brandon Buckingham edited the video and made the clown face, then he is actually involving himself in trolling the dead, which is crazy. But I have no way of confirming that, and I don't care. Okay, it doesn't affect me. But I will say this, DJ Academics has done sort of the same thing, and I'll show you what I mean.
In hip hop. Jacksonville native, legend at this point.
It's a real legend.
But also, I'm here with the man, the myth, Young and Ace.
That's the word.
What's going on with you, man?
Like be lifing, man. Sipping on my.
So look at DJ Academics. He's bloated. He's puffy. He's sweating like a whore in church. He looks absolutely terrible. He's just nervous as fuck. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He sucks balls at interviewing people. And that was an incredibly cringeworthy opening to this interview. And Young and Ace over here, this is going to be a zesty little exchange here. I want to play this, but pay attention to I'm just going to play the clip. Watch this.
This bitch getting me right now. This got me right now.
Well, first of all, we got a special request. Yet Don Julio Reposado. It's a drinker preference?
Yeah.
Wow.
Every time I go somewhere, I be fucking with this shit.
So DJ Academics took it upon himself to bring up the fact that it was requested by Young and Ace to have some Don Julio present during the interview. And this is a direct troll to Julio Fulio, the guy that was gunned down in Florida not that long ago. And so the Don Julio is to troll the Julio Fulio. Do you understand? Like, this is what the whole thing was. And DJ Academics brings this up. He opens with this. He wants to talk about it. He wants to troll. He knows exactly the answer to the question that he's asking. So this is a special request, Don Julio. Why do you want this? Talk about Julio Fulio and how he fucking got tragically killed. This is insane. Why would he do that? That's so fucked. He prompted someone to disrespect the dead. Isn't that insane for someone like DJ Akademiks to do? I thought so anyway. And so this next clip's just going to be a little bit of cringe, a little bit of zest, but I thought it was very important because it really shows how terrible of an interviewer DJ Akademiks is.
You don't strike me as somebody who drinks a lot. Like you don't get drunk. I don't see you as the guy who gets drunk.
I get drunk. I don't smoke.
You pop pills. I would think you would do that. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Because
what the fuck am I watching? Shut the fuck up, DJ Akademiks. You should never be doing interviews.
I walk all over again. I just learned.
Oh my God.
I just learned
that's a crazy.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
It's not that crazy. It's fucking not crazy at all, actually.
Just learned like a fucking
God damn.
I just learned.
It doesn't hurt.
He just reached out to feel Young and Ace's hand. He's so this is like an 8-year-old girl. This is what they do. Brandon Buckingham would have never done this. This is like to reach out like that without permission and start stroking another grown man's hand, admiring his scars, feeling them, palpating his skin. That is not allowed. I'm sorry. For Young and Ace not to immediately rip his hand away and retract immediately, that's where things started to go wrong. Okay, so I just wanted to point that out. DJ Akademiks conducts himself like a child. Okay.
God damn.
I just learned.
He said, "God damn," as he gently caressed his hand. I mean, this is homoerotic. And I just want to point out that Brandon Buckingham was covering Young and Ace and Fulio's beef before Fulio died, and this was long before DJ Akademiks had any interest in these two. So I wanted to point that out. And also, I just wanted to show you guys, DJ Akademiks is so bad at making content, and he's so inefficient and elementary at doing podcasting and making actual content that he was dropped from Spotify. He wasn't cutting it. He couldn't cut it.
Got notice from them that they're saying, yo, you either got to produce mad more episodes or we're going to terminate. They terminated. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't know what bitch really thinks she can hold some shit against me. I gladly said, hey, and you notice I ain't slander Spotify at all. Bro, I can't do like 4 episodes a week with some, I ain't about to do that shit. We got into mad conversations about.
So he was so bad that Spotify terminated their own contract. They didn't even want to enforce the contract. They were like, he sucks. We will gladly cut him because his content sucks. And this is exactly why DJ Akademiks ended up selling out and signing with Rumble, which is a streaming platform that is occupied mostly by like right-wing extreme political figures, like commentators. And so they paid DJ Akademiks to go to Rumble and do his sit in his chair and drink stream. And that's what he does. And they pay him to do that. And Rumble loses billions of dollars a year. Look it up. It's a terrible company. It's a shitty ass place to go. And but he had no choice. He had to sell out. It was too easy. It's too, for his style of content, which is sitting in a chair and drinking and rambling, that's the only place he can get a bag. And I think that DJ Akademiks is sort of mad at his own situation, like where his career is and the trajectory that it's headed. He's got a weird case. He sucks at making content. He's stuck in that chair. He's got Adam 16 making fun of his pecker.
These photos are not complimentary to his meat. Remo, would you say that that's fair?
She caught my man off guard, man. I don't know. It's not a good look.
I do also have to make a note that DJ Akademiks is good friends with the 16, even though the 16 makes fun of him constantly about his undersized, below average situation. And he's made fun of him in many other ways as well. And he does way crazier, like vulturistic things than anyone else, but he likes Adam 16. I wonder why that is. Adam 16 is venturing off into the corn worlds, He's doing all kinds of weird content that's not hip hop oriented. Just wondering why he likes Adam and he doesn't like Buckingham. It's just really, it's insane. And what this is a classic case of picking and choosing. Okay, so with that being said, I think we're going to leave it here and I will cover this story as it develops if I can. So thank you guys for watching and hitting the like button and doing all that stuff, subscribing, whatever you want. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.